Alright guys, another day out on the water, and today I've got Mike pinned back out with me, and we're going to go through which ski is best for your needs. So I've got the recreational light Sea Doo Spark, and Mike's got the massive limousine Yamaha here.
This is a 2015 FX SVHO. So pretty much the biggest ski that Yamaha do. But it all comes down to what your personal needs are and what you want to do with your ski, to what model you want to choose.
So let's roll the intro and let's figure out which ski is best for you. Alright, now before we do get started, I absolutely love the Spark, but I understand it's not for everyone, so that's why we're going to break down the different points and uses of not just a Spark or a Yamaha, but a jet ski in general. So you can put one and one together and decide which ski is going to be best for you. But I love my Spark, but after riding on Mike's Yamaha, it's like riding a bloody limousine. So pay attention, and then hopefully you can make an informed decision and get out on the water. First thing for me when it came to purchasing a ski, I saw the price of the Spark and went, yes, 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 yes. But that's not necessarily the only factor that you want to base your decision on. So today we're going to have a quick look at a few ideas and scenarios so you can pick the best one. So first of all, are the conditions that you're based in. Mike, what would you say based around sort of open water or a lake? Which ski would be the best?
For a lake, you're going to probably have a fair bit of fun on a Spark. They're very light to maneuver and etc. You can do a lot of tricks. They actually even make a tricks version as well, specific for doing that kind of activities. But if you're doing bigger crossings in open water and stuff like that, you definitely want a bigger ski. One for fuel range, but also it's going to be a much smoother ride, which honestly makes a massive difference on your lower back and arms and legs after even just an hour of riding.
So I'd 100% agree. Last weekend I had a turn on Mike's ski, and it was like riding a limousine versus riding with no wheels basically at all. This is It's rough. I definitely love the Spark, but conditions, if you're not in great conditions, you're not going to want to purchase a Spark. So yeah, if you're reasonably flat water, you can get away with a Spark. If you're going to be traveling long distances, there's going to be a bit of chop most of the time, you're going to want to step up to the next model. Alright, now the next point to keep in mind is the cost to actually run the skis, because some of them do chew up the fuel, especially the supercharged skis. So the Spark here, I'll probably spend about $40 to fill up the ski, and $40 is probably the most I'd ever spend, and that's going to get me hours on hours. Where Mike, what would yours take to fill up?
I'd be double that. To fill the ski up, I use premium fuel, and it would probably be about $80. It's kind of hard to say exactly how long you get out of it, but this here will use double the amount of fuel than what a Sea Doo Spark will.
And I'm really cheap, that's why I got the Spark. I use the E10 unleaded cheap fuel.
It's like cabbage juice.
It's still running, we got here. Yeah. Maybe a little bit slower than Mike's, but we got here anyway. So that's point two. Next point is, if you do need to travel with an additional adult, like if you cannot shake your wife for the weekend and get out on the water, you're gonna want to get the Sea Doo Spark 3-up and not the 2-up. However, if you get the 2-up, she won't want to come out for very long anyway, because it's extremely uncomfortable. Where this big limousine behind me, I'm not talking about Mike, is built for 2 or 3 people. What's it like travelling with a second or third person on there?
There's so much space up here for 3 people. It's super easy. You're not squished up going like that, so I definitely recommend a bigger ski. But if you're just on your own, Sea Doo Sparks are perfect.
And speaking of on your own, Mike is single, ladies, and he's got plenty of room on the back of the Spark. So I'll drop his tag on the bottom, slip into his DMs, and might get on the back of the Yamaha. If you are planning on purchasing a ski for family activities, say like towing tubes and whatnot, the Spark can do it. However, what's the big ski like, Mike?
Right, if you go for a larger Sea Doo model like a GTR or a larger Yamaha, like an FX, much better. The ski's not going to move around so much. You also have a lot more horsepower to get out up onto the plane. So if you have like 2 people on a tube, 2 or 3 people on a ski, a Sea Doo Spark's going to have a bit of trouble like that. So you want to get a bigger ski.
Yeah, so if you are predominantly using it for towing, you may want to look at a bigger ski. However, if you've got really small children like me, you could probably get away with it comfortably with a Spark. Now, if you are going to want to use your ski for, say, camping, the Spark is definitely not for you. You're going to need the bigger ski, because the one thing the Spark does lack is storage. You've got one tiny little front bin, where on the big ski that Mike has, you've got basically unlimited storage underneath the ski and in the front. Is that right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So guys, in conclusion, there's not really a bad ski. It's just which ski is going to be right for you. If you are a little bit tight for money and just want to get out in the water, 100% I don't have a problem with the Spark. Had it for 4 years, absolutely love it. But I understand it's not for everyone, and you may want to get to the bigger one.
100% agree with that. If you just want price point and something really playful, Sparks are perfect for that. If you're going to be doing a lot more adventures, taking family and doing big crossings and etc., a lot of sporting activities, you probably want to go for something larger.
So, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Me or Mike will be happy to get back to you. But if you're out on the Gold Coast as well, come say hi. We're out here most weekends. Okay, see you in the next one.